I'll fight this kid too. This is the kid that just fought the 18-year-old, right?
Yeah.
The card we've all been waiting for. One of the most dominant fighters today is fighting. Virna Jandiroba and, of course, Aspinall and those other bums are fighting. But we're starting with a women's fight. See you guys. No, I'm kidding. All right. Honestly, Jaqueline Amorim. I think she's very good. She's got good jiu-jitsu, of course. Very good jiu-jitsu. Mizuki, I'll be honest, I'm not too familiar with her. But, she is coming off of a win, which is pretty cool. But she also lost to Amanda Lemos. Damn, she's been very inactive, actually. What the hell? She fought 2019, 2020, 2023, and then we haven't seen her since 2023. That's another reason to pick Jaqueline, in my opinion. Jaqueline Amorim is very active. She's good. She's tough. Again, good jiu-jitsu, good grappling. I think she's going to submit Mizuki in the first round pretty easily. Rear naked choke. Azat Maksum versus Mitch Raposo. This one's kind of clear-cut in my opinion. I'm going to say Azat Maksum wins. I rate him pretty highly. What was his last? Tagir Ulanbekov, I think, is who he fought last, right? Yeah, Tagir Ulanbekov. And he beat Tagir Ulanbekov, in my opinion. Yes, they gave it to Ulanbekov, but I thought he beat him. I thought it was a close fight, though, so you could, argue that it could have went to Ulanbekov. But at times he out-grappled him. I remember he had a big moment where he, slammed him down. He looked very good in that fight. And Mitch Raposo, on the other hand, just didn't really look great against Ciryl, in my opinion. Just didn't really show me much. He's all right. He's a solid flyweight fighter. He's not garbage. He's not, what's that one guy's name? Ronaldo Rodriguez, that guy with the funny mouth. He's better than that guy, at least, but still not good enough, in my opinion, to be Azat Maksum, a guy who is very, very good. So I'm going to say Azat Maksum by a dominant 30-27, grappling heavy decision, but he also has good striking, so we'll see. Hamdy, woohoo! Woo! Yes, sir! Yes, fucking sir, baby! Let's go! Let's fucking go! Oh my god, this fight is crazy. None of you guys told me this was on this card? What the fuck? Hamdy Abdelwahab versus Chris Barnett, boys. What the fuck? This is going to be crazy. No, wait, this card is fire. Dude, this fight, bro, I'm not even trying to do a joke here. I'm not trying to do a bit. This fight is excellent. This fight is truly excellent, in my opinion. So you got a guy like Hamdy Abdelwahab, a guy who, in my opinion, I truly think he's one of the best prospects at heavyweight. The way that he utilizes his jab, his distance management, the way that he sort of just floats around. The way... I'm sorry, there was a fish in my throat. The way that he sort of just floats around the octagon and just circles, he's probably, a lot of people say Ciryl Gane, and we'll get to that bum, but people say Ciryl Gane is, he fights like a welterweight. Hamdy Abdelwahab fights like a legitimate, featherweight, bro. He just floats around the octagon like he's Volkanovski in his prime. And Chris Barnett, on the other hand, is making his long-awaited return. He's been gone for 364 days. He's back after literally tearing or exploding his ankle just from jumping, in his pre-fight celebration. He jumped during his introduction and his ankle exploded. Maybe you should not weigh 700 pounds. Maybe that wouldn't happen to you if you weighed 800 pounds, 700 pounds. But anyways, this fight's combined weight is probably going to be well over 800 pounds. And this fight is probably going to be one of those fights that makes us question, why are they fighting and not having a freaking hot dog eating contest? I'm going to say Hamdy, man. Hamdy, it's in Abu Dhabi. He's kind of he looks like from, I don't know. His name is Hamdy. I don't know. I don't know, man. Look at his face. I've said this in the past. He looks like he knows something we don't. He looks like he has a secret in his head that he's just waiting to tell us. But I don't know, he's waiting for food or something. You have to give him food for information. I get the vibe that Hamdy Abdelwahab would be like a merchant in Resident Evil or something. If you give him burgers, he'll give you a free gun or some pistols or a key to a door. He looks like one of those guys. Chris Barnett, in my opinion, just looks like... How is this guy even employed? Oh my god, man. I'm going to go Hamdy via decision. Maybe Dude, all jokes aside, Barnett is dog shit. Hamdy is also dog shit, but Hamdy at least is active. He hasn't been gone for a year with a leg injury, and I highly doubt Chris Barnett is like really slimmed up and is built like Tom Aspinall going into this one. So I'm going to say Hamdy via Crafty, 30-27. It's going to be a dominant decision. All right, Nathaniel Wood versus Jose Miguel Delgado. No, I am not Jose Miguel Delgado, you racist. If you thought that, you are a racist. Nathaniel Wood, Jose Miguel Delgado. This was a fight I was hyping up a few weeks ago when it got announced. I think this is a banger in my opinion. I think this could be a banger. I'm a Nathaniel Wood fan, and I'm not going to let that cloud my judgment of who I'm going to pick to win this fight. I am picking Nathaniel Wood. Not because I'm a fan of his, but I do think that he can survive that first round because Miguel Delgado is coming off of 2 first-round KOs, really good finishes against solid names as well. I think Hyder Emil is one of them, right? Hyder Emil and Hyder Emil and is that Connor Matthews or there's always guys named white guys named Matthews in the UFC. Jake Matthews, Connor Matthews, freaking. Anyways, Nathaniel Wood versus Jose Miguel Delgado. I'm going Nathaniel Wood. I think he can survive that first round. He has a chin. He has wrestling. I think, as well as that, he does have his own power to where Jose Delgado. The thing is, as well, like Hyder Emil is one of those guys that kind of just does go in with his chin up, and he is there to be KO'd. I did pick Hyder Emil to win that fight because I thought he does have a great chin, but Miguel Delgado has fucking power. But I do think Nathaniel Wood is a smart fighter. He's not going to just go into the fire and let himself get burned. He's going to stay as far away from the fire as possible. And I think he's going to do a good job of that in the first round of kind of staying out of range, using his kicks, using some teeps, body kicks. He's going to land a couple of jabs. I could see him picking it up as the rounds go on. And I could see Jose Miguel Delgado still showing still doing good and having a good showing for himself, but I do think Nathaniel Wood is the craftier guy. He's got more experience. He's faced more competition of all styles, and I think he's going to win this one via a, relatively close 29-28 decision. Valter Walker, Louie Sutherland. Louie Sutherland, lad. Oh, fucking Louie Sutherland. He's Scottish, though, right? I can't do a Scottish accent. Anyways, Valter Walker. You guys know a little bit of a BXG lore here. I actually recorded this video yesterday, and they added 2 fucking fights. This is a re-recording, by the way. It's okay. But anyways, Valter Walker, Louie Sutherland. I'm going Valter Walker, obviously. Louie Sutherland. He's fucking Louie Sutherland, lad. He's fucking Scottish, but he's not gonna win this one. I know nothing about Louie Sutherland other than the fact that this is his debut. I think he was supposed to make his debut on like one of these fight nights, but something happened. His nickname is the Vanilla Gorilla. Look at his tattoos. He's got a fish tattooed on his stomach. Okay, I don't know. This guy is a character, man, but he's on a 4-fight winning streak, 8 wins by KO, 7 first-round finishes. That's actually pretty impressive. Wait, I'm kind of worried now. Oh, shit. No, Valter Walker's going to win. I think Valter Walker... I wouldn't be shocked, though, if this random, just fast Scottish guy just sleeps Valter Walker, because Valter Walker does like to kind of just go in and just instantly go for that leg. And against guys who are a bit plottier, I think Louie Sutherland is a bit plotty. He's going to, what am I doing here? Valter Walker via freaking first round, leg hook, leg lock, whatever the fuck. Abdul Kareem Jabbar versus Matheus Camilo. The fight of the year. The fight of the year. This is absolutely a fight that has been keeping me up at night. Let's go Matheus Camilo. He looks younger. He looks less retarded. I'm going to say Mateo Camilo via first round KO. Ludovit Klein, Matheus Rebecki, however the fuck you're supposed to say this guy's name. I love Matheus Rebecki. You got a lot of fighters on this card that I love. The next fight is a fighter that I love as well. Fuck, man. Ludovit Klein. Fuck it. Matheus Rebecki. I think he's going to win. I think he's going to win. I think it's a fight that I've been thinking of, okay, realistically, let's be honest, Ludovit Klein probably is going to win. But let's have some fun here. Let's just go with our GOAT, Matheus Rebecki. Here's the thing. He's coming off of 2 wars. I get that. But I don't know. This guy's built different, man. This guy's built fucking different. And I think Ludovit Klein is good. But I could see Rebecki just kind of really just... I could see him kind of breaking Ludovit Klein a little. I know Ludovit Klein has a good chin and he has good cardio, but I can see this being one of those. Maybe I'm just having like a schizo moment, but like I can see it in my head. Like Ludovit Klein has a good first round, but Rebecca's kind of still hanging in there. Round 2, Rebecca really picks it up. And then round 3, I could see him breaking Ludovit Klein like against the cage with like body shot, head shots. And I can see Ludovit Klein kind of crumbling. That's my prediction. I don't know why. Let's just say I had a dream like a Martin Luther King, except Martin Luther King is not as black as me. But I'm going to say Matheus Rebecca, 3rd round TKO. Don't question why. Just trust me, bro. Trust. Ikram Aliskerov versus Young Park. Another one, man. Another one where it's one of my favorite fighters. This card's going to test me a little bit. I'm going to go Young Park. I'm going to go the Iron Turtle. I know that's an unpopular pick. I wish I could see who the underdog and the favorites are. I'm going to go Young Park. First of all, why the fuck is Ikram Aliskerov ranked? Like, he's coming off of 1 win. And before that win, he got slept in the first round by Robert Whittaker. He shouldn't be ranked. Oh, you beat Andre Muniz? Here's number 15 ranked at middleweight. A division that has actual unranked guys that are pretty solid. It is what it is, man. He's Dagestani. They don't have privilege, though. They don't have privilege. You don't get it. They don't have privilege. They're just better than everyone. They don't have Dagestani privilege. But it doesn't matter because Iron Turtle's going to beat him and then he's going to be ranked. And now we are finally going to get Iron Turtle versus DDP in 2026, main eventing a pay-per-view for the middleweight title. One man can dream. But seriously, though, I think Iron Turtle is going to beat Ikram Aliskerov. Everyone says, yo, Ikram's a marauder. Ikram just molests people in the first round. He beats everyone in the first round. How could you not pick him? And I know these are different fighters. I get this when I make this point. Azamat Bukoev, hello? Oh, Azamat's going to destroy Yusri Belgori because he beat Ryan Loder and then somebody else. And if you look at Ikram's record, it's kind of a mid-record, bro. It really is. Muniz, first round KO. Andre Muniz has no chin, bro. I'm sorry, he just doesn't. And I get Iron Turtle took Muniz to a decision. I get Iron Turtle took Muniz to a decision. But come on. Whittaker, the first guy you face that's decent, just sleeps you. Who the fuck does Robert Whittaker sleep in the modern era? Robert Whittaker doesn't sleep anybody. I'm sorry, I love him, but Alves. Oh, you slept Alves and Phil Hawes. Ooh, oh my God. Phil Hawes? No way you slept Phil Hawes. No way. And those are guys that are wild as well. Those are wild fighters that just kind of go in there and just try to make it scrappy. Of course he slept them. Iron Turtle is not going to be a dumbass that's just going to waddle in there and get slept. He's got a tight guard. You know, he's got tight punches. He's a bit stockier for middleweight. You know, Ikram, he's kind of one of these guys that really should be a light heavyweight. That's how massive he is. Which probably explains why his chin is so weak. And that's another thing, bro. I've seen him get slept against Whittaker, and I've seen him get slept against Khamzat Chimaev. Now, those guys do have KOs on their record, but they're not known for their KO power. And those are two guys that have slept him, so he can be slept. Now, Iron Turtle, I'm pretty sure he's obviously lost, but I'd imagine he's been slept as well in the past. I mean, let's look at this, right? Nurdiev he beat. You know, Tavares he beat. That shouldn't have been a split. See, this is the problem, right? They give him a lot of splits that he should have won. Like the Muniz fight, he should have won, in my opinion. Duraev, that's impressive. Submitting a Dagestani, in my opinion, is impressive. Tallulah in submission. Holmes submission. Right? Now, these names aren't the most, it's not this fucking John Jones here. But, I don't know. I'm just going to say Iron Turtle, man. It's one of those. He has more experience. He's been around longer. He's got a good chin. He's got grappling. I could see this being a bit of a crafty Iron Turtle win where he kind of just mixes up his wrestling with his striking. I could see him holding Ikram against the cage a little bit. I could see the first round being really tough, though. I could see Ikram like almost KOing him in the first or something, and maybe Turtle survives by panic shooting or just kind of clinching up, and then he gets his wherewithal back. And then I could see round 2 and 3 him just kind of doing what he does. Using the wrestling, using the clinch, mixing up with the striking, inside punches, in the pocket. I think Ikram Aliskerov is good, but I do think Iron Turtle is going to beat him via experience and just being in those later rounds, in rounds 2 and 3. Ikram has never left the first round in the UFC. I don't really like that. Again, you saw that with Azamat Bakoev, a guy who hasn't left the first round in the UFC, and then he kind of broke. He broke in those later rounds. So I think that's a possibility of happening here, but I do think Young Park is probably just going to win a decision. I can't see him finishing Ikram. So I'm going to say Young Park, 29-28, 2-1 decision. This one's tricky too, man. This one is fucking tricky, man. Fuck. Another one, Nasrat Haqparast versus Quillan Salkeld. I'm going to, you know what? Is it tricky? I'm going to say Quillan Salkeld, man. I'm taking a lot of, I think I'm assuming Quillan is an underdog. I'm assuming Iron Turtle's an underdog. I'm not picking them because they're underdogs. I'm just picking them because I'm picking them. I'm going to say Quillan Salkeld. I understand that that's not really, again, not a popular pick. A lot of people say, oh, but Nasrat, man, he beat, I mean, if you look at his record, right? Let's actually look at it. This is my opinion. I thought he robbed Ribovic. I thought Ribovic won. I thought he robbed Jared Gordon clear as day. And then he beat what? Jamie Malarkey. He beat Quinones. He beat fucking Bobby Green. He lost to Bobby Green. Oh, there you go. So anyways, he lost to Bobby Green. Quillan Salkeld is much better than Bobby Green. No, I'm kidding. But, like, look, I know Quillan Salkeld is only coming off of a Yanao Ashmuz win and a Ansho Jubilee win. And I understand the Yanao Ashmuz fight wasn't really a beautiful look. It wasn't really a beautiful performance. He showed that he has wrestling, though, and has grappling and jiu-jitsu. I'll tell you that much. But, like, he can get hit. The chin is there to get hit. But I don't think Nasrat fights that wild. And I think, yes, Nasrat, has a great chin, and he can kind of fight when he's in the fire, when it turns into a little bit of a firefight like it did against Ribovic. He can, hold. He can do well for himself is what I'm fucking trying to say. But I don't give a fuck. Quillan Salkeld is going to win a fucking decision where he uses his, in my opinion, better looking striking. I don't know. Fuck it, man. Who cares? You don't fucking get on me for this one. I'm just going to pick Quillan Salkeld. I'm rooting for him to win. I like him more as a fighter. And Nasrat Haqparast, Rob, 2 guys in a row who, in my opinion, should have clearly beat him. Jared Gordon, bro, really? Like, I understand Jared Gordon is actually pretty good. I know his last fight, he looked terrible, but, like, he literally got hit by a truck, so I'm not going to really shit on him for that performance against Rafa Garcia. Who gives a fuck? I'm going to go Quillan Salkeld via decision. He's tough. I know he's the younger guy, but fuck it, man. Let's go with the underdog. I'm going to say Quillan Salkeld via a close 29-28. But you never know. Bro, Nasrat Haqparast, he kind of looks like he could be from this Abu Dhabi region, so they might just give it to him. We'll see. But I'm going to go Quillan. Rakic versus Mirzakhanov. I put this in a community post. I remember posting this fight when it got announced in my community, and a lot of you guys went Rakic, and I don't know what the fuck you guys were smoking, but I'm going Azmat Mirzakhanov. I'm sorry. I don't understand why so many of you guys said, nah, Rakic, man. I don't get it. Rakic is underrated, man. I don't understand. Like, first of all, Azmat Mirzakhanov has momentum. He's coming off of wins. He's shown to be very good. Alexander Rakic is coming off of what? An Ankalaev loss, a Yuri loss, a Blachowicz loss. And he beat what? Thiago Santos was his last win back in 2021. So he got KO'd by Blachowicz, KO'd by Yuri, and then he lost to Ankalaev. What in those fights showed you that he could be like anything? Ooh, that he could beat guys like Mirzakhanov. What in those fights? I don't understand. Let me know in the comments right now. Why any of you guys pick Rakic? I don't know. Maybe Rakic fans just like infiltrated the fucking post or something. I'm so confused. Mirzakhanov, I understand he's not beating the best names, but like, I get it. Brenton Ribeiro, Alonzo Menifield, Dustin Jacoby, Clark. He is KOing most of these guys though. He is. And Jacoby is a tough guy to KO, right? He's very crafty. 15-0, bro, for a reason. He's 15-0 for a reason. Many KOs on his record. I think he's going to add Rakic to those KOs. Rakic, what he showed me in his last few fights is he kind of just shells up a little bit. He kind of just accepts, like, all right, I'm going to try to kick him at range, and if it doesn't work, then I guess I lost. Big deal. He didn't try to go for it against Ankalaev. He didn't try to go for it against Yuri. He got slept by Yuri in the second. He did good against Yuri, but, like, I love Yuri. But a lot of guys do good against Yuri until they're not. That's just how it is. Glover did great against Yuri. Fucking Jamal Hill in round 2 did good against Yuri. Khalil Roundtree for, 2 rounds did good against Yuri. Pereira beat Yuri twice. Reyes KO'd Yuri in their fight. You know what I mean? And then he woke back up, obviously, but you got my point. A lot of guys do good against Yuri Prohaska. So I'm not going to realize, whoa, he did good against Yuri. Yeah, but a lot of guys do. And Mirzakhanov, on the other hand, I just think he's going to rise to the occasion. You know, he's number 10 ranked. He's gotten here through just KOing people back to back. And Rakic is good, but he's not like on a good form right now. He kind of, like I said, he kind of shells up. He kind of accepts defeat. And I think against Azamat Mirzakhanov, he's going to accept defeat. I think round 1, he'll do okay, just not getting KO'd. You know, he'll do a good job keeping his distance. But I think round 2, I think Azamat Mirzakhanov, early round 2, is going to find that fucking chin. I really do. I think he's going to find that chin with maybe a left hook or something. Rakic gets rocked. I think Mirzakhanov is going to just piece him up against the cage. Rakic maybe goes out. Referee steps in, whatever the case may be. TKO / flatline KO for Azamat Mirzakhanov against Alexander Rakic, early round 2. Alexander Volkov, Jailton Almeida. I'm going to go Jailton Almeida. I don't want to sugarcoat it. It's one of those where I'm like, ooh, should I go Volkov, man? Nah, I can't. Look, I can play around with the prelim fights, and I can maybe go with some underdogs on there, but like these big fights, I just can't do that, right? I'm going to say Jailton Almeida. It makes more sense, sadly. I mean, Volkov is still good in my opinion, but like Almeida does have good wrestling, and he does have good striking, good enough striking to not just get pieced up. He has good range. He's not a blob as well. He has good range, good kicks. I think he's going to just kind of have his way with Volkov on the ground. I think it's going to be one of those where it's going to be kind of boring. That's my prediction. I think this is going to be a boring fight where Jailton Almeida kind of just really controls Volkov on the ground, maybe has a few submission attempts. You know, maybe Volkov has some moments on the feet, but I don't think it's going to be on the feet that long. I think Jailton Almeida is really going to try to get him down. If he doesn't get him down, he's going to hold him against the cage, land some little pity-patty shots. Like, I think this is going to be one of those types of fights, and I just think Jailton Almeida is going to have his way with Volkov. 30-27, sadly. I love Volkov, but I'm going to say a very dominant grappling performance, a very boring but dominant, right? Boring and dominant, just like the Hamzat one against DDP. Grappling performance for Jailton Almeida. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Batista. I'm going to say Umar. I think Umar. Umar Nurmagomedov, Mario Batista. I'm going to say Umar. Vie the same thing. I'm going to say the same thing for Umar. I think it's going to be a grappling, heavy, boring decision where he just uses his wrestling, is able to hold down Mario Batista. Maybe he goes for a few sub attempts or has some ground and pound moments. I know Mario Batista said recently he's going to try to KO Umar in the first round. That could be interesting. Actually, I could see Mario Batista really trying to go for it in that first round because he's got to know, bro, if he beats Umar, he's getting a title shot. This is a number 1 contenders fight. So he's not going to just be like, let me just kind of play a little game with... I can see Mario Batista really trying to go for it and really trying to take Umar's head off. But that's easier said than done. And I think Umar is just going to take him down if Mario really opens up like that, Alex Pereira style. I think Umar's just going to take him down. But maybe, who knows, maybe Umar's got that ankle live in him where he just shells up. That'd be so funny if Mario Batista just does Alex Pereira and just KOs Umar in the first round. Oh, that'd be so good. You know what? Part of me wants to just pick Mario Batista just for fun, but I'm not going to do it. I'll just say Umar Nurmagomedov wins a dominant, grappling heavy decision. I think Mario Batista in that first round, though, is going to do what he is saying he's going to do. I do think he's going to try to pressure early, but I think Umar's just going to take him down, hold him down, beat him up on the ground a little bit. It's going to be a bit boring. It's going to be a bit stallish. I think round 2 as well, though. Rounds 2 and 3, I could see Umar, doing good on the feet before he takes him down. It's not just going to be, Mario's doing good on the feet, but then Umar just takes him down and shuts him down. No, I think Umar is going to probably outstrike him as well. He's going to do a good job of staying at range, not getting hit, using his kicks, and then I think he's going to then mix it with the wrestling, take him down or hold him against the cage. It's going to be one of those kinds of fights. So I'm going to say Umar via 30-27. Pretty dominant, just grappling heavy, kind of snooze fest type decision. Yay! All the Umar fans are gonna fucking nut on their screens to this one. It's gonna be ass. I'm telling you, it's gonna be ass. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It is what it is. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll be happy to be wrong. If one of these guys gets a finish, that's cool. But It's going to be garbage, and Umar fans are just going to excuse it. But it's real grappling, but shut the fuck up. Anyways, Virna Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern. Speaking of real grappling, now, one of these women is known to be an absolute smoke show, one of the most attractive females in the history of our sport. And then the other woman is Mackenzie Dern. And Mackenzie Dern, in my opinion, is not going to win this fight. I think Virna Jandiroba is going to win. Why? Well, that's a good question. I mean, you ask why I'm picking Virna Jandiroba. That's a really good question. Now, usually I use the look test, right? So whichever fighter is less attractive, I usually pick them to win. But in this case, I think Virna Jandiroba is not, less attractive than Mackenzie Dern. That's my hot take, right? So I do think Virna Jandiroba, though, is going to win. I do think she's going to... what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? It's WMMA. Manon Fiorot just KO Jasmine Jasudavicius. Who predicted that? Any of you guys predicted that? Fucking Shevchenko's going to wheel kick KO Zhang Weili, I bet. It's WMMA. It makes no sense. It never makes sense. It never makes sense. I'm not going to bank on this fight making any sense. So I'm going to pick Virna Jandiroba via a round 4 rear naked choke. Why the fuck not, bro? Mackenzie Dern has no striking. Neither does Virna Jandiroba. Both of their grappling is like good for a women's fighter, but like mid for like jiu-jitsu in general. I'm just going to say Virna, man. I'm just going to say Virna. Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane. So if you guys know, like if you guys are really in tune with my channel, you guys already know I did a video on this fight, and I picked Ciryl Gane to win via a first round spinning wheel kick KO. He's going to sleep Tom Aspinall. John Jones is going to tweet instantly, ha ha ha, laughing emojis. And then he's going to say something like hashtag I got the last laugh. It's going to be beautiful, man. John Jones fans are going to rejoice. John Jones is going to celebrate. Yeah, no, that would be a nightmare, right? I'm going to go Tom Aspinall. Easy money. What do you want me to say? I've already done a video on this. I do think Tom Aspinall is going to just submit him. I know a lot of people are saying a KO or a TKO. That also makes a lot of sense. But, and I might, I'll throw that one out. I'm going to fence it a little bit and say it's either going to be a TKO or a submission. No, I'm leaning towards a submission, though. But I could see a TKO as well. Or a KO. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane are going to be a little bit patient in the first few seconds. I think Tom is going to blitz in with like a 1-2. Maybe, you know what? Maybe Ciryl Gane lands like 2 low kicks. And John Jones fans will say, ooh, he didn't land no low kicks on John. He didn't land no low kicks on John, but he landed them on Tom, right? He's going to land like 2 low kicks. Then Tom is going to blitz in with like a 1-2. He's going to crack Ciryl Gane with that 2. He's going to go for a double leg, take him down instantly. Rear naked choke submission. Same as Andrei Arlovsky, whatever the kid's name is. And I think that's what's going to happen. I truly do. I don't think this is going to be one of those where it's like, ooh, I really wonder how this one's going to go. I did a prediction video, and I had people legitimately in my comments like, oh, I don't know, man. Ciryl Gane, don't underestimate him. So shut the fuck up, bro. No offense, but please be quiet. We know how this one's going to go. We know how this one is going to end up playing out. Don't try to convince me, oh, well, I don't know. Ciryl Gane, man, he's what? He's not better than Tom Aspinall in the striking. He doesn't have more power, more speed, better jiu-jitsu, better wrestling, better offensive wrestling. Tom Aspinall, in every sense of the word, is just a better all-around fighter. He just is. He's more locked in. He's the one that's training. He's the one that's focused. He was training for John fucking Jones, right, for months. He's training with guys like Rico Verhoeven, absolute monsters. He's training with really, really great fighters. And Rico Verhoeven has that kickboxing heavyweight style, so that's interesting, right? That kickboxing heavyweight style. Training with him, I've seen his sparring. He looks extremely fast, extremely lean. Ciryl Gane, on the other hand, is filming Paw Patrol. He hasn't fought since December of last year. And not because... Tom Aspinall hasn't fought since last year because of no fault of his own, because of John Jones, and because of the UFC being incompetent. Ciryl Gane hasn't fought off of, oh, brother, I need to wait for a title shot. What kind of fucking impression was that? That's like fucking Islam Makhachev. I need to wait for the title shot. Bonsoir, oui, oui. Yeah, that's better. But that's why he hasn't fought. Because he was sitting out waiting for a title shot while also filming Paw Patrol. Meanwhile, everyone else in the division is fighting this guy and that guy. It is what it is. And anytime he faces anyone that's high level, he fumbles. Volkov fumbled It was a split, but he still lost. I mean, let's look at it. Let's look at his record, right? Let's look at it. Volkov, he lost. Spivak, ooh, second round TKO against Spivak. Oh my God. Like, bro, Tom Aspinall killed Spivak in the first. Sergey Spivak, he killed him in the first round. Jones fumbled that one. Instantly tapped. Instantly. A rigged fight. A rigged looking fight. I'm not even trolling. It looked fucking rigged. Oh, he got me in a guillotine. I just tapped right away instead of trying to fight out of the position, trying to get up, nothing. Just instantly taps to a shitty, not even tightly squeezed guillotine. You know why? Because he was playing FIFA the day before. But this guy's locked in to face Tom Aspinall. Tuivasa dropped you, and you finished him in the third round? In the third round! Late round 3 TKO. Bro, imagine what Aspinall would have done to fucking Tai Tuivasa. Ngannou, I know people say, oh, he robbed Ngannou, or they robbed, or Ngannou robbed him, whatever the, who gives a fuck, man? He did nothing against Ngannou, but just except being on bottom position. He did nothing on the feet. I don't care if he got robbed against Ngannou. You should have done more. Ngannou had one fucking knee in that fight, and it wasn't growing. If you know, you know. Derek Lewis, oh, he took him to a third round TKO, a late round 3 TKO. Oh my God. Volkov, oh, he took him to a 5-round decision. Tom beat him in a minute in the first round. I know Volkov has improved, but still. Come on, bruh. Rosenstrike, 5-round decision. Dos Santos, 2nd round KO. He doesn't really have a lot of impressive fucking finishes or KOs or anything like that. And a lot of his KOs are like, oh, late round 3 finish, or round 2 this, or decision this against Volkov. It's just not. Tom is the guy that is going to finish you. He's a better finisher. I understand Ciryl Gane's whole style is to be patient. But good luck trying that against Tom, bro. Tom is not going to let you just be patient, hang on the outside, tap him with low kicks, and he's just lose a decision. He's got the superior wrestling to about pretty much anybody Ciryl Gane has faced. Tom Aspinall is a better wrestler than. He's probably has better power. Maybe Derek Lewis is better power, but come on. Better speed, better power. Better shot placement, just better everything. He's the best opponent Ciryl Gane has ever faced. Now, you could say the same about Tom, but I don't know, man. It is what it is. I just don't rate Ciryl Gane very highly, and in this fight, it's going to show why I don't rate him very highly. Whenever he faces a high-level guy, he fumbles, and I think he's going to do the same in this fight. So I'm going to say Tom Aspinall, first round, rear naked choke. I'm going to say it's a little bit patient within the first few seconds. Maybe Tom lands a low kick, Ciryl Gane lands like 1 or 2 back. I hope Rogan is non-comments here. No, it's going to be Lorosenko. Okay, I'll take Lorosenko over Rogan. That's my hot take. Rogan is dog shit. Oh my God, what a calf kick from Ciryl Gane, folks. Oh my. Anyways, I'm trying not to rage bait myself. But I think Tom Aspinall, low kick from Tom, low kick back from Ciryl Gane, maybe another one. And then I think, Ciryl Gane, he's going to circle out. He likes to do a lot of circling. I think Tom is going to cut him off against the cage. Snap his head back with like a 1-2 or like a big right hand, snap his head back. And then I think he's going to clinch him, take him down with a double leg or something. Rear naked choke. Ciryl Gane probably instantly taps. He's soy. He's gay. He's been here before. He's fumbled before. I don't trust him to do any different in this fight. He sucks. He sucks. I don't rate him very highly at all. I rate Tom Aspinall extremely high, and I think he's going to show why in this fight. So that's my prediction for UFC 321. Overall, it's a tremendous card. I think it's a really good card, actually. It's got some. I mean, they added Quillen Salkild versus whatever the kid's name is. They also added a Valter Walker, so they've added some good fights as well. Absolutely phenomenal card, and it starts early in the day, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, like, comment, share, sub. Let me know your predictions down below. Do you agree with my predictions? Do you think my predictions are dog shit? Let me know. Just give me your opinions on anything. Like, comment, share, sub. Become a member down below. See you guys. Fuck John Jones.